This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby.
We're back, Daddy.
Back, but I'm fired up today.
Why are you fired? You are fired up, dude.
Well, but like that, I told you I'm a little twitchy. I think I'm overtired. Now, it didn't help that I had 2 cups of coffee, two double espressos. So that's 4 espressos and a Magic Mind.
That's a lot.
So now
you're
going to see my left shoulder is going to be twitched. When you see this, it's because I have too much caffeine. But I'm also tired. I had dreams last night. I went to bed. I slept. I woke up at 5:30. Went to bed at like, I don't know, 11 or something. 12.
Okay, not great.
Not
6
great.
hours.
Problem is, I was having dreams that somebody put a fucking dial in my neck, and I was like, "Hey, who put the dial in my neck?" And I was looking around, and nobody was answering my question. I don't fucking know, but I had a dial in my neck, and I was like, "Get this fucking," because I knew that somebody had a dial in my neck to fucking monitor me or do something to me, and I was like, "Get this
government tracker?"
Yep. I was like, "Get this fucking dial out of my fucking neck." At
Then did you jump in your Tesla and realize, oh, it's my car? Your car's a tracker.
No, I woke up. I had to pee. Then I got back into bed, and I had the same fucking dream again. And I go, "Hey, this fucking dial's still on my neck." And I jumped out of bed. My wife goes, "Whoa, what's wrong?" I woke her up because I jumped out of bed, ready to fight.
Over a dial?
Over a dial.
I can't remember last time I remembered
I go,
a
nothing.
dream.
And I grabbed my shit. I don't mean either.
You must have been sleeping pretty. You must have got some good sleep.
Yeah, I probably did.
Chin, do you remember dreams?
Yeah.
All the time?
No, not all the time.
I don't, dude.
Not.
I don't remember my dreams. Now, I also ate a lot of bacon before I went to bed like an asshole.
Bacon?
Bacon. You can't do that. You can't eat a bunch of bacon before
Why'd you have bacon
I
that
just
late?
had a craving for fucking
So you
bacon.
cooked bacon?
And it was just sitting in there. It was only 4 pieces, but I ate it. I microwaved it and fucking ate it.
Maybe that did it, dude.
Maybe bacon in my tummy. Maybe dead pig.
We're shooting this podcast early. Where are you going for the 4th?
I'm going to Tarek's place in Idaho.
You've been there before?
He's got a hotel called LSL.
When you say SLS?
LSL. And it's
you go into Tarek's
really
place
nice.
And then you tell me it's a hotel, does he own the hotel?
He does own the hotel.
Oh, so it's his hotel.
It's his hotel. And it's beautiful. And it's like this boutique hotel. And it's on this national, borders a national park.
Idaho's great. I love it out there.
So we're going to go. We're going to do some fishing. It's a bunch of us. It's a bunch of people. And it's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm bringing the kids. I'm bringing Finn. I'm bringing my 2 other babies. My daughter's in New York at theater camp. And then but I'm bringing my wife and my 3 kids.
Does Idaho allow fireworks? Will there be a fireworks show? You can only do the professional
Yes, but we're going to a rodeo too. We're going to a real cowboy rodeo, like a real
Rodeos
rodeo.
are cool.
Oh yeah, I might ride a bull. Yeah, right.
Not happening. Are fireworks illegal in Idaho too?
I'll check.
Like California?
Well, I mean, in Idaho you can have a bazooka. Everybody's got guns. I would imagine they're legal.
I think guns and bazookas are 2 different things though, right?
Yeah. Oh.
I think most fireworks are illegal because all the fires.
Yeah. Oh.
But then if you like, I was doing some truck stuff out in Fontana, and they had the little tent set up there. You could buy fireworks. I think
really?
it's just L.A. County.
That makes sense.
Those were the
you can't
days,
have
man.
because they cause fires. And
Of course.
Yep.
People blow off their fingers. Remember that football player?
Dude. St. Pierre. Yeah.
Blew off his fingers.
Yeah. He was a stud too.
He still played.
Defensive end. I know.
Still played like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Remember, he had like
The pictures are awful.
oh, so bad.
Look at that.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
You're talking about a
Look at him.
stud.
Look, he has a Ninja Turtle hand though.
Yeah. That's such a bummer right there to get your hand
Off a
blown
stupid
Lost his
fucking
index
firework.
finger.
Off a firework, dude.
I know. How about the neck on that guy?
How about the hand?
That was like when I saw you next to Justin Tuck, and I was like, oh,
Justin Tuck's massive.
oh, there are levels to this game.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You and Alden Smith, I was like, Brendan looks like me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do I look like next to these guys? Great guy, by the way. Great guy.
Yeah, stud.
And, but
Big
a
boy.
whole different level.
Big boy.
Yeah, remember Justin was talking about how big all the guys were and how he's dealing. I was like, hey, dude, you keep talking about all these guys. What about you? Look at him.
Yeah, he's Jack City.
Yeah. There you go.
Jack City. Yeah. Dude, we haven't talked about it. Did you watch the debates?
I watched parts of the debates and I just couldn't do it anymore.
It makes you sad,
Yeah,
right? I'm not a Biden fan in any regard.
I just didn't like seeing that. I didn't like seeing.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's. It's like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
And then obviously, he had a rough night. Grant, I don't know what 90-year-old would do well up there. And then they freaking prayed him around. And his wife's like, "You did so good, honey. You remembered all the questions."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You crushed it." You're like, "Oh, what is happening?"
Well, what I took from it is that he is dealing with senility. He is dealing with dementia.
It's crazy, but you knew this before.
Yeah,
All of
but
us knew
this was
before.
really on display, and I found it embarrassing for him.
My thing is like this whole time, like it's like I felt bad for him. I hate his policies, but I feel bad for him because there's been so many examples of this. And then people just, do you remember he's sharp as a tack? Remember that?
Yes.
A month ago? Sharp as a tack.
Here's my thing about it.
And now they say the cabinet, like the people around him are like Obama and them are like, holy shit. Like once the debate, like, oh my God, we got to switch this up. But then, they don't care who's there. They just want their person to win. Just give them a break, man.
Yeah,
give them a goddamn break.
It comes down to there's a level of decency and respect.
Yes.
With an old person.
Yes.
Who say what you will about Joe Biden, at least he is a patriot. I mean,
sure.
You may disagree with his democratic policies, whatever, but he was always a moderate Democrat for forever. Until recently, he seemed to have gotten hijacked by the far left. But whatever you want to say about that, he's still our president, and he was still democratically elected. I know people are talking about the election, but for the most part, I don't like seeing an old person who is losing their faculties on display. Now, having said that, Biden should have the sense and put his ego in check, because he's got a fucking huge ego, to say, I am not fit to run for president. Somebody else should take my place.
That's what a leader would do.
Yes.
If you actually cared about America, that's exactly what you do.
Now, does that automatically, by law, put Kamala Harris in the running? That's what I want to know, because they're never going to win with Kamala. She wouldn't win her own state. She wouldn't win her own state.
They all know that. But they all know that.
Yeah, but it may be that she has to be the candidate. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they
can nominate someone else.
They nominate, like, say, Oprah or Michelle Obama.
That would be a bad. They're not going to win either. No, they're not going to win.
Well, it's too late. But I think they thought we can mask this. It'll be all right. America will respect it. And I think even the Democrats were like, "Holy shit, this is worse than we thought."
Yes.
And whether you're a Republican or not, you're going, "Yeah, man, we've been saying this for how long?"
Yeah.
You guys, you guys are just picking on him. He's all right. He's just stuttering. It's like no. There's validation here.
Yeah, it comes down.
If you, let's say he's your buddy, like let's say Rogan was running for president and he was 80 and he was doing this. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just get rid of the Secret Service and his wife and everyone just sit down and be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Are you all right?" Like there's no way you want to do this.
It'd be hard
because you only have how many years left on Earth?
Yeah.
Not many, right? You're Walter White.
Yeah.
You have 6 months to live.
Can't even speak.
He can't even speak.
Sounds like he's dying on a battlefield.
And he's just sitting there shaking. So if you go up to him, you're just like, hey, this can't be the way you want to spend your last few months on Earth, right?
But it is.
Aren't you exhausted?
But no.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he's got a huge ego. Old people, like, no matter what, age and dementia doesn't kill your ego.
I think there's an ego, but I also think he's probably exhausted. Think about all the stuff they pumped into his system just to drag him up to that podium.
Well, he had a cold, apparently.
Sure, name something. Sure,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But, and for even on the Trump end, they're like, look, he destroyed Biden. I'm like, that's not that impressive, dude.
What they're saying about Trump is that for the first time, he was very disciplined about what he did and how he did it.
He had to be. Yeah. He didn't look unhinged.
No, he couldn't sit there and just let
But that's why they did it. They thought it was going to backfire and was going to make Trump look stupid.
Well, you know that they asked for this debate. The Democrats were going to ask for the debate.
And they, under CNN, under their rules and regulations and control, and it made Trump look not so unhinged. It's like, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah, man.
The number one thing on him is he's unhinged and he's, so polarizing. It's like, oh, but you made him human now.
Yeah, man.
And then the Supreme Court ruled against the whole, all that stuff. It's like,
obstruction. A lot of these guys, including Trump, may be immune from obstruction. So the notion that you have to prove, if you say that he was guilty of obstructing an election,
for January
you've got to
6th.
prove you've got to prove that they actually were stopped the proceedings of, like, either verifying the election or carrying out an election, and that becomes very dicey if you're just talking about a group of people protesting, even if they do break and enter.
Yeah. It's interesting. Times are gonna get interesting, dude. And hey, you can't do nothing about it.
America. Right now, Trump would win, I think. He would win.
100%. Even a Democrat's like, we can't vote for Biden.
It's going to be interesting to
it's
see.
It's just teams, though.
They
don't care who's up there. As long as their guy's up there.
Yeah. But the deadline is August 6th. They have to get somebody.
I'll bet you right now that Biden drops out.
You think so?
Yeah. You want to bet?
I don't think so. I like the bet.
$1,000.
$1,000.
He drops out.
Really?
They're going to replace him because they're looking at the polls going, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't win, but we know for a fact we're not going to win if Biden stays in.
Yeah.
And we don't know if he's going to be alive.
So I think what they're going to do is say, that was a glitch. Our base will excuse that. And we're going to have probably another, at the Democratic convention, he's going to come out swinging, sounding clear voiced.
And that will be the nail in the coffin. Because there's nothing we can do. There's nothing they can do. And then did you see, too, he did a speech yesterday with the Supreme Court, decision, and he read end quote on the prompter.
I know.
It will never stop. There's no going back.
But he doesn't. I think what
sharp as a tack.
I think what they're gambling on is, number one, I don't think they have anybody that they would put up there. Gavin Newsom, that's been floating around.
Well, he got destroyed by Adam Carolla.
Put him up and see what happens.
Destroyed.
Yeah, put him up and see what happens.
He's a born politician. Since he was 6, they've
and they'll just use California as an example. And they'll say, look what you did to California.
But the left thinks California's great. They think everything here is all good.
Except for America, swing voters don't. When swing voters, when
who decide
Trump has so much ammunition, Trump will be like, hey, aren't you the guy that drove all those businesses? And they'll go through all the businesses, and then they'll talk about the tax windfall. They'll be like, look at your tax coffers right now.
But Newsom's already deflecting that. He's going, remember, a lot of these decisions came from Trump. A lot of this was Trump's cabinet that helped, that made these, because Adam was like, you shut down beaches, you shut down schools, you shut down restaurants, you did all this stuff, and you had no science behind it. And he's like, well, we were dealing with the science we had at the time, that's their whole excuse. And then he goes, then remember too, all that came down from Trump's cabinet. Like, we weren't just doing it on our own. They won't touch that.
They're going to touch the economy. What they'll say is what you did to California's economy, and they're going to look at the tax coffers. They're going to look, how come you had a tax windfall with the entire tech industry? They're going to say this. They're going to go, you drove the tech industry to Texas and Florida and elsewhere. You killed our biggest moneymaker. Yep. You make it impossible to do business. Your tax rate, your state tax rate is astronomical, and they'll just compare it, and he'll be done. And then they'll show pictures of, they'll talk about San Francisco, which is a dying city. They'll talk about all of it. He fucked up, man. He fucked up.
That's the hand they're going to have to play. That or Michelle Obama. Get that dude up there. Right?
I want to talk to you about Sportsman's Cove Lodge. If you like to fish, it's the best fishing. You fish, Chin.
I do.
Back me up. This is the best fishing you could ever do.
The best of my life.
I think that whole, the ground, the floor of that ocean near Ketchikan is covered in fish every inch. Because I was literally, like, I got a workout, like just cranking fish after fish up. And those huge halibut, and I now have thought out 4 packages of halibut. That's how good it is. So, you'll leave with I left with 100 pounds of fish. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to be the case for you, but I left with 100 pounds of fish. 100 pounds of fish. I have 100 pounds of fish after 2 days in my freezer. I'm going to say it again. 100 pounds of fish. Salmon, cod, and the best halibut you've ever had. All right? That's what you get at Sportsman's Cove Lodge. What I was really impressed with was the staff. The captains who man those ships are great, and the staff in general, and the food. Getting great food there is, I don't know how they do it, but they do it. And then you got the scenery. I slept like a baby. The beds were comfortable as shit. The showers were great. So they did it all in the middle of the bush. I don't know how they do it, but they did a great job. So alaskasbestlodge.com is where you go. Go use the code TFATK, check out 10% off your first trip. I'm telling you right now, I think it'll be a life-changing trip for you. There's very limited availability. July 6th to July 9th, July 9th to July 13th. It's short notice, but try it. And I'm telling you, you will not be sorry. All right? So use code FIGHTER, TFATK, at checkout for 10% off your first trip. And it's alaskasbestlodge.com. We'll see. I think they're going to gamble on Biden.
Not a chance.
And they're going to say,
he's not going to make it.
I think they're going to say, He's got the Democratic convention. He'll be healthy. He'll come out there firing. He'll be talking like this.
The nail in the
I was a little tired.
No, you won't.
I didn't do a good job.
No, you won't.
By God, in my mind, as my father used to always say, you got to keep the faith. Joe, you got to keep the faith.
I wish he had that energy.
I'm from Scranton, and I can tell you, I'm a fighter. We're going to take it all the way. That guy's a liar.
That'd be the nail in the coffin.
And I'm going to save America. The most important thing you can do, and I tell you, most important thing.
Nail in the coffin.
Vote for this election. It's the most important election of your life.
I'm sick of it all. I try not to pay attention to it.
Wow.
Like, those are the two choices. Get the fuck out of here.
Be interesting to see what happens.
That's a nightmare. I'll tell you
It's like watching the UFC. It's like you don't know.
No, UFC's real. This is like watching the WWE. You have no power over what if the Undertaker beats the fucking Macho Man Randy Savage. You have no power.
True.
There's nothing can do. They're characters. They're all compromised. It's all a fucking riot. There's nothing you can do.
I want to pick something up that you had mentioned. I heard you talking, kind of overheard you. You know, I'm a little bit of a. I got bad ears.
You talking about Michael Chandler, Islam?
No, we'll get to that because I'm very excited about that. I was thinking about the pound for pound thing. You have opinion around a pound for pound fighter.
Alex, I have Alex as number one.
Number one pound for pound.
The experts have it as number two. So they have the polls came out today. The new polls came out today. You know, all the writers and journalists are the ones that get to vote. I don't get a vote. I have nothing to do with it. But Islam's number one, which I don't agree with, and then they have Alex at number two. So
explain how you define pound for pound.
Pound for pound is recent.
Pretty, you know.
But it has to be you active. You have to be really active. Like Alex Pereira's defend the belt more times than Leon Edwards. And Leon Edwards has been a champ for, I think, 18 months longer. Alex Pereira's resume right now beats Khabib's. As far as defending title wins.
There's a big caveat there. He got knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So?
But
hold on. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But also strength of schedule. Who's the best guy Khabib beat? The best guy he beat? Conor? With one leg?
You could also say that Alex Pereira, for the most part, hasn't really fought any wrestlers.
Jan can wrestle. He beat him?
Yeah, Jan can wrestle. But Jan also...
Who's the best grappler and who's the best wrestler Khabib beat?
Yes, exactly. True. True.
He beat a lot of strikers.
Well, he couldn't take what's his name from out of... He couldn't take Iaquinta down, but he still beat him. But yeah.
But if your argument's like, oh, he's been given these matchups, like,
I think Alex Pereira, I feel like he hasn't fought long enough. He also fought in a division 185 where he's so big for that division. So he knocked Strickland out, knocked Izzy out, got knocked out by Izzy. He just hasn't fought a lot.
But that doesn't. But again, if your argument is that he hasn't been fighting long enough, that's why he's the pound for pound. Because pound for pound's currently right now. So if you look at what he's done in 2.5 years, he's been in the UFC 2.5 years. 2.5 years, just the amount of work accomplishments he's done in 2.5 years is it's unreal.
How many people has he fought
in the UFC? Or total?
In the UFC.
And he wants to
like
fight.
5?
He wants to fight again this year, more than 5.
No, I think it's only 5.
No.
So he fought Izzy first, right?
Nope. No.
I'm sorry. He fought Strickland first.
He fought Bruno Silva. No, dude. Goddamn, no.
Let me see.
Starting here.
Yeah. Okay.
His first fight in the UFC was in 2021.
Okay.
Flying knee knockout. Then Bruno Silva was a tough fight. Then he fought Sean Strickland. Then it's off to the races. Sean Strickland KO in the first round. Izzy, TKO. Then he gets knocked out by Izzy. Then he goes to light heavyweight. Then he fights Jan, Yuri, Jamal Hill, and Yuri.
It felt like way less. That's why I was with Bri. Felt like 5.
That's wild. 5 fights? No, man.
It's just
He's defended the belt 4 times. Yeah.
9 fights.
And in those 9 fights, he's fought. And also, strength of schedule, Sean Strickland, former champion. Izzy, former champion. Jan, former champion. Yuri, former champion. Jamal Hill, former champion.
Man.
What were you saying, though? I'm talking about strength of schedule. We're talking about practice. Strength of schedule?
You are talking about champions. Everybody was a former champion.
Yeah, man. So his third fight in UFC, he fought former world champion Sean Strickland, knocked him out. And then he fights Izzy, the current champion, knocks him out. And then he loses to Izzy and then goes up to light heavyweight, champion. He's only fought champions. And he does on short notice and beats them.
And Jan is a motherfucker.
Pretty good.
And a wrestler and all that.
And beat him. But no, dude, Islam knocked out the 45-pound champ on short notice. Some thought he lost the first fight. Nah, you're right, man. He's number one. But John Jones, dude, he's GOAT. Agree, he's GOAT. When's the last time he fought? But Sarah Gunn, the guy who can't grapple? Yeah, I know, but he's fighting in November because he tore his pec. No, I have nothing to do with that. He hasn't been active. Yeah, but he's not active because he's injured. I don't give a fuck why he's not inactive. Inactive's inactive. However you want to list it below is fine, but inactivity is inactivity. One guy is putting it on the line against champions and former champs every single time and on short notice and saves cards. And he's not your number one guy right now? And it's multiple divisions. Wait, Islam went down to 45?
Bring up Makhachev.
No, hold on. Makhachev went down to 45 when he fought the smaller guy?
No.
Oh, he had to come up?
Yeah.
And it was short notice?
Yeah.
But he went to Australia to do it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was in his own backyard.
Hold on,
interesting.
hold please. Hold,
Oh, so you're going to have him pound for pound number one,
Hold
and he beat a
on, hold
145er?
Hold on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Now, did Alex go down to 170 to fight former champions, or did he go up?
Makhachev didn't really fight any the champions.
He's fought nobodies, right?
Well, he beat Oliveira. He beat
That's his best
Volkanovski
one.
twice.
Well, again, a 45er who went up to his weight class,
yeah.
and the first one, most experts thought he lost.
And Dustin Poirier.
And then he knocked him out on short notice, on the 8-day notice, where he shouldn't have been in there.
I will say he finished everyone. He's finished everyone.
Oh, so has Alex.
Alex has not finished everyone.
Yeah, he has. Who hasn't he finished?
His first.
What champ hasn't he finished? Go ahead. What former champion has he finished? Tell me.
He has finished some champs.
Yeah. He fucked up, right?
Hold on.
No, keep going.
Hold on.
But it's so hard for people to comprehend this because they go, but Islam's been around longer. John the GOAT. I'm not saying that. I know he's only been doing it for 2.5 years, 3 years. But in the last 3 years.
Jan was a decision. Bruno Silva was a decision. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Bruno Silva was in 2022. Sean Strickland, former champ, knocked out.
Yep.
Izzy, current champion, knocked out.
Yeah. Jan gets knocked out.
Yeah, sure. Jan goes to decision. It's a split decision.
Gets knocked out.
Sure.
That's significant. Then it's a split decision with Jan. So he didn't finish him. Now.
Yeah, but it's a split. Hold on. And then listen to your argument that he doesn't get finishes. Hold on. Let's go over this. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fights in the UFC. 7 out of 9, you old fuck, are finishes.
I know, but 10.
He's not a finisher?
How many is? Let me see, Makhachev, because he's finished everyone.
Nope. Decision of Volkanovski.
That's true. Decision, but for the
decision
most part,
to Ramos. Decision to Sarukian, which was his first fight in UFC.
Yep.
So he has 3 decisions. That's more than Alex, bud. Percentage-wise, Alex has a higher KO ratio. Also, Alex is fighting better strikers. Also, when people go, oh, but he got knocked out. Cool. He's not a grappler. So his odds, his chance of getting knocked out are so much higher than John Jones, than Islam, because the only way he can win is by striking.
And he's fighting bigger guys.
He's fighting bigger guys.
Harder.
Also, he's fighting the best of the best strikers.
Yep.
So, he got knocked. If your argument's, he got knocked out. Yeah. Because that can happen when
he's also fighting Izzy, who's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, but also he has no other option, dude.
Right.
He has to strike.
Right.
So him wrestling the decision isn't in the cards.
Right.
He has to win at the highest level by striking. Oh, but he got knocked out. Correct.
And I do think you have to be
1 out of 9.
I also think your
1 out of 9
error.
1 out of 9. He got knocked out.
Right, and I think your margin for error at 85 versus 55 is much slimmer.
It's not even close.
Thank you. In other words, and people don't realize this, but when 85, those guys, because let's be honest, they walk at 220, they can hit you, like and clip you when you
Alex is playing a different game. 85 and up is almost a completely different sport than 70 and below.
They're much different considerations.
The margin of error is so much smaller. And he's dominating.
Even getting jabbed.
And he's dominating at that beat. That's why I'm saying he's pound for pound number 1.
Fair. I like your argument.
What about John? Again, agree. If they fight, it's going to be a tough fight for Alex. But he's not active. Well, it's just because he's hurt. Again, I don't give a fuck why he's not active. Inactive is inactive. Whether it's an injury or you're holding out, however the way you want to paint it, he's not doing it. That's the argument.
It's fair.
That's it.
Good argument.
It's all right.
Pound for pound.
Yep. Pound for pound number one.
Let me see who else is on that list. So you got him above Islam Makhachev there.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's more active, fighting tougher guys. John Jones, again, but again, if Islam's your guy or John's your guy, that's fine. There's argument for all of them. Because your pound for pound can change week to week, depend how active the guy is and who he's beating, how he's beating them, and then also the level he's fighting at.
Why is Israel so low on that list?
Well, because Izzy lost his last fight.
Right, but that's
again, it's not GOAT. It's not what you've done.
Yeah.
Pound for pound is currently right now.
To me.
It's not though. It's pound for pound. Right. Like, think about this. Leon Edwards hasn't fought in a hot second. Hasn't defended that many times since he became champion. Ilya Topuria, hopefully get an announcement soon, but he's kind of has that division at fucking landlocked, right? Sean O'Malley, hopefully fights on the Sphere. Hasn't fought in a while.
I think he might be fighting Merab, right?
Yeah, at the Sphere. That's the plan.
So not Topuria, not. He's not.
No, Topuria and Max Holloway are fighting.
That's going to be wild. You could make the argument that the best boxer in the UFC is Topuria.
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. He still has some work to do. He's damn good, though.
Damn.
Because you wouldn't put Topuria over Max Holloway right now.
You would not.
No. After what Holloway did to Justin Gaethje. No.
Yeah, you can't. God.
But yeah, the pound for pound's fun. People get so riled up about this fake pound for pound.
Let's talk about. I'm very intrigued by the Chandler Makhachev fight.
Makhachev was not into it. He's like, nah, man.
He's not into it.
He's like, no, you're too inconsistent.
Listen, man, I don't believe. Well, you could say Sarukian, but Makhachev will have his hands full wrestling Michael Chandler. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
No, it's just different. But I also think. Chandler's tough for anybody in that first round. Like, he comes on like a fucking banshee, and he's powerful.
He's explosive as shit.
It's tough. It's tough when you're that explosive not to get taken down by Makhachev.
Really?
It's a problem. Yeah,
it is.
It's a problem. But but also
his toughest. That'll be a very hard wrestling thing for Chandler. Is not hearing a peep out of Makhachev wrestling wise, is he?
It's gonna be yes.
He is.
Yeah, different level.
Chandler was Mizzou. He's
All-American Mizzou, yeah.
So he's not going to see looks he doesn't know, is he?
It's just with that MMA grappling, it's tough down there.
Why? Just Makhachev, you think is stronger, bigger, better at that?
I just think he has more tools. He's better at blending it. Kind of like GSP did. He's really good.
Better striker than Chandler.
Not as powerful, but fundamentals, yes. Technique, yes.
But
here's the thing: if you're Chandler, for first of all, with Sarukian, I told you guys this. With Sarukian, when he turned down that short notice fight, I went, "Oh, you're fucked, dude. You got the opportunity." And he's like, "I want a full camp." And the UFC goes, "Okay." So if you're Chandler, you've been waiting for Conor. Clearly, the UFC likes Conor, Dustin Poirier. Was that 3, right? 4 better. So if you're Chandler, you've been waiting for red panty night. Fighting Islam is in a red panty night, but you're fighting for a title. Much tougher fight. What do you do if you're Chandler? If they go, all right, you can wait for Conor. He might be back by September, October, November. We don't know. You can keep waiting, or you can fight for a title shot against Islam. Much tougher fight.
I would say this. I would say if you're going to place your bets on a Conor fight, you're out of your mind for 1,000 reasons. It's like waiting for a Hollywood star to do your movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say you have a chance to fight for the title at 55. And I would say this. You will never be more ready for the hardest fight of your life in Makhachev.
Also, you never get another title shot again.
You'll never get another title shot.
At his age,
you'll never be more ready than right now. You had this camp. You're in insane shape. You've trained so hard. And you will never be better than you are at this moment because of age and a lot of things.
Age, yeah, and you've waited 2 years basically of your life.
This is your shot
career.
to get that title. And I think Michael Chandler has as good a chance of getting that title and beating Makhachev as anybody in that division. I think that's how good
it's
he is.
hard enough.
I think he hits
Powerful
hard.
guy,
I think
good
his wrestling
wrestling
is killer. I think he's just a killer. So, there's a lot of ways for him to win.
It depends what you want for your legacy. If it's to be the title holder,
You can't gamble on Conor. You can't wait on Conor.
he's done. That's
It's
what
not
he's been doing.
because you know what? Because Dustin Poirier might go, I want that fight, and then all.
Well, he's
of us
already
go,
done that.
right? And all of us go, what?
That's what the UFC is doing.
I know, so you can't. Let's take a little break. Guys, listen. Sometimes your dong needs a little help. He's a little tired, okay? The problem with going to the gas station is you might be dealing with a 10-hour erection. You got to go to the hospital, start lopping pieces off. That's happened, by the way. My friend took one of those prescription pills, and he felt like his face was going to blow up. Because I guess it just dilates your blood vessels to the point where you get a major headache. I don't know. But Joy Mode is a natural science-backed sex wellness product. It's like a pre-workout for sex. It actually has all these sort of natural compounds in it, like ginseng, and arginine, and L-citrulline. And it was formulated by a bunch of biochemistry PhDs. So it's a sexual performance booster. So give it a shot, see what you think. It's basically a packet. You mix it with 6 to 8 ounces of water, and you try it between 45 to 4 hours prior to sexual activity. And apparently you get better blood flow, better erection quality and firmness, and increased sexual energy and drive. How about that? So if you want to spice things up in the bedroom and boost your sexual performance and do it naturally without nasty prescription drugs, here it is. Go to usejoymode.com/fighter. Enter code FIGHTER at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's usejoymode.com/fighter for 20% off your first order. And there it is. Give it a shot. You can't. Michael Chandler has to.
If you're Chandler, it's like, all right, what do you care about most? Become the champ at 55 or again the biggest payday, most famous fighter?
Become the champ at 55 and then fight Conor.
Yes.
That's the path.
But then think about the risk you're taking.
I understand.
Conor probably has one more. If he loses, there's no more.
But you fight because you're at a certain age. You fight because if you wait in the wings for Conor, you might be waiting in the wings for another year.
And this is why Alex is pound for pound number one, because he goes, I'm 36. I don't have a lot left. I want to fight as often as possible against the toughest guys and the most
People
famous
forget
guys.
how long Alex has been fighting, huh?
Not in MMA.
No, I'm saying, but just in fighting.
So you realize that he's not just a world champion kickboxer. He's in the Glory Hall of Fame. That's what you're dealing with.
Such a big deal.
Yeah.
Because those guys get starched so bad.
Yep.
When you watch that, it's like, oh my
It's rough.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, for Chandler, he has some soul searching to do. I would take the shot against Makhachev.
100%.
Unless his team talks to Conor's and they go, Conor's firing all cylinders, we'll be ready to go by September, or whatever it is. You have our word, he's ready to go. Then it's like, all right, maybe. But it's so tempting because then, even if you beat Conor, you're not fighting for a title, bud. You know? Like at his age, that title shot, Sarukian is next. 100% he's next. And you're not getting younger. So if you want to be champ, and like you said, you can play the card where we'll give you Conor if he wins, but if he fights Dustin Poirier, does Conor win that fight? That's a tough fucking fight, man. He's already lost twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I'm Chandler, do you put all your eggs in Conor's basket?
You're crazy.
History would tell you no.
100% history would tell you no. 100%.
Do you want to be the guy that ends the Conor?
You could very well
regime?
wait in the wings and not have a fight. You could very well.
Oh no! Here's the choices though. If you decide to pass up the Makhachev fight, they're gonna go, okay, cool. We're gonna offer it to Sarukian in October, and then you'll just wait for Conor. The wagon's never circling back around and giving you a title shot.
No, and that
so then
Conor
you're just
fight could be
waiting.
taken from you by Poirier so quickly.
Yeah, so then you're just waiting. Then eventually UFC's gonna be like, we gotta give Chandler a fight. Who's the next young lion? Hup?
Great.
And then
Enjoy
that's what
that.
happens. And then you're opening up a main card of some big pay-per-view, and you're fighting some young lion, getting your regular pay.
Yeah, no.
That's the game.
No, go for the title shot. You have to. And it's amazing that they give him a title shot. That's a big deal.
It doesn't. That's them,
you could
that's
make the
them,
argument.
That's them going, sorry.
Yeah, I know, but that's a big sorry.
Because go to
that's a hell. I'll take
Chandler's
that
resume.
sorry if I'm a fighter, right?
Oh, it's unheard of. That's them going.
Because with all due respect to Michael Chandler, who I love, I don't know that he was in line for a title shot, Bubba.
Well, no, he's coming off of a loss. He's lost 3 out of his last 4, buddy.
Well, so just think
hold on.
He lost to Dustin. Dustin lost to Makhachev. In no world would he get a title shot here.
No, dude. And then also think about it. His best win is over Tony Ferguson,
That's not,
who he kicked in the face, Spartan style. But he lost to Gaethje, lost to Charles Oliveira, so it's a tough one.
I know.
And you think about it, he's getting a title shot, and he's 2-5 in the UFC. But then, now here's the question: so if Makhachev and Chandler fight, and listen, it's not Makhachev's fault. This is just the way the cards lay for him. It's not, he can't control the contenders and the politics of the UFC. But if Makhachev fights older Michael Chandler, who's won 2 out of 5 fights in the UFC, is he still your god? He's still your pound for pound number 1? Because Alex Pereira's next fight, he's fighting Ankalaev or a heavyweight world title. One's chasing greatness, the other's beating up dinosaurs. Yeah, but he controlled Chandler, man. Look, he finished him in the second round. Yeah. So he beat a guy who's now 2-6 in the UFC.
Yeah.
I can't bend the knee to that guy. Again, it's not his fault. It's just the way the lay of the land.
Yeah.
But one guy's fighting fucking monsters, and the other guy, and also he's fighting monsters, and he's been favored in every fight, I think.
So let me ask you this.
He's been favored in every fight?
Can I ask you a question? If Alex Pereira goes up to heavyweight, which it's looking like he's doing, if he beats Ankalaev, then we have a real conversation about a lot of stuff here. I mean, because now he's taking the best wrestler in the division, beating him. You know, if he's able to stop the takedown, not whatever it is, right? Now it's like the only place for him to go is, I mean, he's cleaned out that division. Now he's got to go to heavyweight.
Yeah.
But if he goes to heavyweight and he gives Aspinall or John Jones the what for, now it's like you could have the conversation, is he
this is what
the best ever?
This is what I asked you on Monday, man. You just regurgitated what I told you on Monday.
Is he the best?
Yeah, is he the GOAT if he beats John Jones at heavyweight?
Well, I would say so. Well, if you beat John Jones, you know, it's...
But it's an older John Jones. Is John Jones in his prime?
Yeah, but then we get into this shit, but I don't like that. I'm not having that. You know what? I'm not having that conversation.
There's no winning.
Yeah, I'm not going to have that conversation. I'm just going to give it to him.
When it comes to GOAT, it's like it's time periods. You can't compare, Muhammad Ali to Tyson Fury. You just can't do that. You're talking about a completely different time. Yeah. You can't compare Michael Jordan to LeBron. You can't do that.
Alex is going to have some problems in heavyweight. He's going to have some problems. He's going to have problems dealing with that takedown.
Maybe that's what I said at middleweight. When he first got there, I wasn't a fan. I'm like, they're just giving this guy the Disney fast pass to a title shot because Izzy's cleaned out their division. This is how it should work. He has to earn his stripes. Then they give him Sean Strickland. He starches him, and then with Izzy, I'm like, Izzy's gonna tear him up. You see what happened there.
Yep.
Then he gets to Jan. I'm like, all right, Jan can grapple. Jan's fucked. He beats Jan. It's like, all right, man. Yuri's so unorthodox. He can grapple too if he wants to. He starches him.
Yep.
Like, all right, that was a fluke, man. That fight could have went either way. Okay, cool.
Jamal Hill can hit.
Oh, dude, Jamal, right? You were like, dude, Jamal Hill lands.
The long, I mean, he's just
but Herb Dean, man, he stopped and he knocked him out. It wasn't fair. Okay, whatever. Then Yuri, here we go. This is real. Now that last fight was close, man. Watch what Yuri does. That fight wasn't even close.
Not even close.
Yuri landed 7 punches.
Not even close.
In 1.5 rounds.
Yeah, I know.
And got dropped twice. That fight was so unmatched, unevenly matched.
It certainly was.
It wasn't.
It certainly was.
And he's ranked number one. Unmatched. He's number one.
Huh?
And that guy was ranked number one contender.
Yeah.
It's insane. We've never seen what Alex is doing. We've never seen it. It's super special. You can hate on him, and you're gonna miss the boat.
Hate on him.
People hate on him.
Who, on Alex?
I mean, yeah, it's the world we live in.
And by the way, I mean, if you want to look like an Ultimate Warrior, that guy couldn't look more like an Ultimate Warrior. Just no fat on his body, just fucking tailpiece for days. Looks like a fucking video game.
Yeah, yes, Danny wants to fight in November.
He just likes to fight.
Well, he knows he has a short window because he's 36. Yeah. He's like, I don't know how long this can go. I want to strike with irons hot, make all the money, get all the belts, and dip the fuck out. It's brilliant. There's just not many guys like that in this day and age. Everyone's calculating their management, tells them, oh, wait for this and do this. There's just not a lot of guys like them, He's old school.
He is, dude. Look at him.
He just wants to fight. Super old school. In Brazil, he worked at a tire shop.
He did?
Yeah. Worked at a tire shop and he's an alcoholic.
Who?
Alex.
What?
And got his shit together.
No shit.
Worked at a tire shop.
Jesus.
He went back to the tire shop. There he is.
Damn, dude.
Look at him.
Damn.
That guy's changing tires. Like, God, that guy changing tires is fucking huge. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
I love it.
And now he's...
Obviously still fighting, but he was working in a tire shop. Right?
Probably in and out,
Wow.
How funny is that?
That's incredible.
It's a cool story, right?
Yeah, it's an amazing story. Damn.
From tire shop to the face of combat sports.
Fucking incredible.
We could buy that fucking tire shop now.
Yeah. Vida Nova.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it really is.
And people are hating on Izzy because, Izzy post, him knocking out Alex all the time, or, he keeps trolling him, to knock him out. Izzy's just doing what Alex did to him when Izzy was on his rise.
Yeah.
Like whenever Izzy would win, Alex would post him knocking him out. So it's just, Izzy's like an old elephant man.
What was Izzy's reaction?
His post.
I didn't see it.
He doesn't root for him. Izzy posted this after...
Damn.
What is this, the best video of all time? Who made that?
Snatch and
snacks? My God.
Snatch and
How does
snacks.
Marvel not hire this freaking guy? That video is wild.
Wow.
So Izzy posts that stuff whenever, but people forget when Alex on the come up would always post him knocking Izzy out. So he's just paying it forward. He's just doing the exact same thing. Yeah.
No, Izzy doesn't forget. Izzy takes that shit. What is this? My God.
But the kids don't get it, though.
You see this meme?
I beat that guy one time. That's in reference to Izzy when Alex was in the UFC. They said, hey, you have that, the knockout losses to Alex in kickboxing. And he goes, yeah, he's gonna be that one guy that watches me, become world champion. He's gonna be at the bar and saying, oh, I beat that guy one time. He's like, that's how his future ends. It's a bad take now, that Alex is the face of the UFC, but at the time,
Well, he's in the wings, but he's fighting at 85. It's all good. I'm very excited about the Duplessis fight.
Oh, the way this whole movie ends for both of them is they're going to fight again at 205. You can get Alex Izzy at for the world title. Yeah. Because Izzy's going to beat Duplessis and then call out Alex. And then that's your mega fight.
At 205.
Yes. Because remember, Izzy's always wanted to go to 205. Remember, he tried against Jan, but Jan was this big grappler and, took him down, laid on him.
Yeah.
And Alex beat him.
Yeah.
Those two are a perfect story. It's a great story.
That's a great story.
The origin story of them is fantastic. They need that. They both need this.
Damn.
So Izzy, I bet money, beats Dricus.
And he's got it. He's got to prove that he can beat.
He's already beat him. How impressive does that win look now? It's wild.
That's why Izzy's greatness. Izzy's fucking greatness. There are some people that are greatness.
I've told you that when he beat Alex coming off that loss, when he knocked Alex out and the way he did it, for me, greatest win of all time in the UFC.
You could say,
that was the best thing I've ever seen. God. That was insane. And now
Rope-a-dope.
what's even more insane is the legend and the myth of Alex Pereira was not happening at the time. Now we see how good Alex is and dominating at 205. You're like, holy shit. Yes. What Izzy did is wild, dude. Wild.
Yep. Yep.
Now, remember, Alex has beaten him, was it 4 times prior? I think he beat him twice or 3 times in kickboxing.
Yeah.
They beat him once in MMA. So you're talking about a guy who's, at least up on you 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
And Izzy does the rope-a-dope against the boogeyman.
So insane.
And knocks him out cold.
Got a rhythm, too. 1, 2, 3, bang!
Knocks him out cold.
Jesus.
Wild. Alex Pereira beat Izzy 3 times. Twice in kickboxing, twice by knockout.
Jesus. Think about that, too, to overcome that mental block. When you get knocked out twice by somebody, it's...
unheard of.
It's unheard of. You could say that. I think it's the greatest comeback for sure of ever.
Well, but it just, that thing's aging like fine wine.
Yeah,
that win, knocking that guy out is wild, dude.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's incredible.
And Izzy's in the size of Alex. Alex is massive.
Yeah.
So at 205, and then mark my words, Izzy's going to win. Alex is either going to do his thing, and I bet the UFC's waiting to see what happens with Izzy. And then you get Izzy, Alex at 205 for a world title. And it's a massive fucking fight. Because that's what Alex,
I'm excited.
Alex's last...
fighting's exciting right now.
Yeah, it's the best. Alex's last outing with Izzy, he lost. That's his last loss. You don't think Alex wants that fight? It's such a good story. It's a movie.
Do you think Ian Gary, I was thinking about him, do you think Ian Gary beats Leon Edwards?
Right now, no.
Right now, no.
No.
Why?
In a year or two, he just needs more experience against higher level guys. We also don't know because it's that the Michael Venom Page fight is tough, man. You can't take anything away, from that. Like he couldn't really get a striking on. But I hate to tell you kids, Michael Venom Page does the same thing to Leon Edwards. But Leon can wrestle. So Leon's going to take him down. Leon there ain't nobody, maybe Wonder Boy because he can't wrestle. Outside that, there's nobody who's going to sit there and strike with Michael Venom Page.
No.
Like, Leon's such a good striker. Michael Venom Page is going to light your ass up.
Damn. He's just that special kind of.
Yeah, so Leon Ian Gary's a much more exciting fight. Way more.
Very much.
Traditional boxing, kickboxing, striking.
Similar styles.
Like it's a fun fight. Yeah. It's not this weird unorthodox, so fast, rangy type of style.
Right. It would be
his footwork is weird. That's a fun fight. And Michael Venom Page,
stand and bang.
It's tough to get fun fights. It's not his fault. It's his greatness that makes it guys fucking want to wrestle.
Yes.
Even strikers want to wrestle.
Yes.
So it sucks for him.
You're not going to touch him. He's not there.
No, it's a nightmare.
He's a ghost.
And then also outside that, his abilities on the ground aren't good. So why would you even risk it? So you get boring fights.
This is why,
unless he starches them.
Yep.
It's a fucking, you can't have him as a main event. It's such a crime. You can't have him as a main event because nobody in their fucking right mind is going to sit there and strike with Michael Venom Page. So he's turning strikers into grapplers. So what you get is a really shitty night in the office because you're not watching high-level grappling. You're watching a guy that can't stand on the feet with him, and grappling's not their background, but it's the only way to victory. Yeah. So you're getting a really shitty product. And it's not Michael Venom Page's fault. That's his greatness. He's turning great strikers into grapplers, but for the audience, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I don't watch Ian Gary.
That's why my fights are
jump to fucking an ankle lock. Yeah. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch him, you try to, reverse him in half guard. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I want to see Ian Gary on his feet striking.
Yeah.
I want to see Leon Edwards striking. That's how good Michael Venom Page is.
Ian Gary could have done?
Please tell him.
I think what Ian Gary could have done with Michael Venom Page when he's sideways like that is, how John Jones does that?
Sideways?
When he blades himself, he blades himself in that Taekwondo stance.
Oh, yeah.
Stance. John Jones stomps your knee. It's an awful thing. It's gross.
Yeah.
Right? It's actually ruined a lot of people's careers because you can just destroy their knee that way. But
I think some places it's banned. It's illegal.
If there's anything that should be banned, that might be one. Right?
But you're saying that's how you should have fought Michael Venom Page?
Well, I think that was when Douglas Lima kicked him. Douglas Lima worked
Guys have tried it before.
They've tried.
They've tried it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they tried stomping
Oh, you thought
him?
that was original?
They've tried stomping his knee like that?
Oh, his footwork's so good. He's not there for the
just not
stomp.
there.
That only works on plotty guys.
Just not there.
No, he's too quick.
Oblique kicks are legal in MMA. Okay.
You'll see a lot of them. You'll see John do it some.
Yeah, he uses it a
He
lot.
fucked up Rampage's knee.
Ugh. Yep.
But Michael Venom Page isn't there for that. You know, of course, guys are gonna go for that knee. He's just not there.
He's just not.
He's
there.
fucking. He's so good. He makes fights boring.
Yeah.
And it's a crime. It sucks.
He's just a stupid athlete. Some people just have that speed, that Roy Jones Jr.
It's
speed.
wild.
Wild. You ever see his boxing match when he boxed this guy and just fucking
Which one?
Michael Venom Page?
Yeah.
I was like, that poor guy has no idea what to do with this dude. He's just too fast.
Nobody does.
No.
He's long, rangy. His hands are down. He's
Every bit of
fucking all over the
6'3".
place.
Oh my God.
His takedown defense is pretty damn good.
Fuck yeah.
So MMA guys go, I have some wrestling.
He's been fighting forever.
And he's only lost 3 times.
37 years
But
old.
he's never lost a striking match. In MMA, no one's going to. You can't. And it sucks to say this. It's such a shame. But that's why the UFC can't make him a main event. Because he turns great strikers into mediocre grapplers, and that's the performance you get.
That's it. You have to beat him in a very boring way, the way Ian Gary.
Or you got
The
to
only option.
or you got to hope, which is less than 5% chance, he throws some wild flying knee while you're shooting in.
Yeah.
But the UFC's not going to bank on that. We can't market that.
Yeah.
I say we because I'm a fully time employed
I didn't know that.
staff member of
did
the
not know
marketing
that.
team. Yes,
I
the
didn't
cat's out of
know
the bag.
Oh.
Yeah, Dana hired me about 6 years ago.
You and Dana get along, but it's just been okay.
Yeah, that was all for the internet.
All for the
You know how he did that thing with Howie Mandel?
Yep.
My idea.
All theater.
My idea. What do you got, Chin?
So, guys, when you're on a trip, when you're on vacation, when you're driving around in your car, do you have materials to stop, for example, a wound that's bleeding? What if you get in an accident or someone you love gets in an accident and they cut an ephemeral artery? I don't even know what the femoral artery is. Let's just say an artery. Do you know how to, do you have a tourniquet to stop that bleeding? Do you have gauze that can actually apply pressure on a gunshot wound or a knife wound or a puncture wound of some kind? Do you know what to do in those situations? The chances are you don't, like most people. And that's where Fieldcraft Survival, the app, comes in. You can get this app and you can get materials and products from this company, Fieldcraft Survival, that can save your life. Because their mission is to prepare every citizen to become prepared to survive the worst case scenario. In order to do that, you need live training gear. You need live training, you need gear, and you need online education. They have it all. Okay? And that's that. The Fieldcraft Survival is a proper platform for long-form digital educational content that will save your life if you're in a situation. You got to be prepared. You're your first responder. So right now, get the app. You can get 30 days free by using code FIGHTER30FREE. And for the annual subscription, you'll get 35% off your annual subscription using FIGHTER35. You also get a discount on products and training if you use FIGHTER20 for 20% off. So go to fieldcraftsurvival.com. It might be the best thing you could ever do to save your life in a bad situation.
Most of these are Sanaz's, but I'll just play a couple of mine.
It's never good when that means Chin doesn't co-sign these. Whenever he goes, this isn't me.
Sanaz is on vacation, by the way, for you guys.
Yeah, Sanaz isn't here. She's in Mexico or something.
We love Sanaz.
Yeah, I think Mexico. But so this just happened recently. Anyways. So this is a crazy Air Europa Boeing jet turbulence, and a guy got actually stuck into the what do you call that? The bins.
He, like launched him up in the bins?
Yep. This is the aftermath, though. So he
like flew into there?
Yeah.
For those of you watching, I know this sucks.
He flew into
there? It's aftermath. He's ass first into the bins.
There's no way.
No, I bet he hit in there.
They said 30 people were injured. It was pretty bad. You see all those, like, the damage on top of the bins?
Went flying.
They give him free drink rebates. You know how
Sounds like
airlines
he
work.
got in there. I think he got in there because he was afraid.
You think it's safer in the?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not getting hit by people and there's all that shit.
Yeah.
You're in a confined space where it's not hard for you to like. You don't have much room to get tossed in the air.
Yeah. He did not get thrown in there. No. He just got in there.
Yeah.
It sent him hurtling through the cabin of a.
That's not real,
and
right?
planted him in the air.
That's not real.
No,
that's not real.
No
You're
way.
better than this, Jen. You know this too.
No, dude. I'm saying like you don't feel safer in your seat with the seatbelt. You'd rather
no.
As it's going crazy, you'd rather climb into the bin where you can't even lock.
Hell yeah.
Well, you feel you don't get bounced around as much, but
I'm with Chin though. So while the plane's like turbulence, he just crawled in there
then
while it's shaking and
You
closed
fall
the
out
door.
and fall on the ground
that
even
guy's
harder.
an
Like,
asshole.
come on. What?
I don't like that guy. If you climb into the overhead bin, you're kind of an asshole.
You're adamant that he climbed into the bin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I wish there was video
Or you're an
footage.
action.
He would have
There's no
gotten. He would have gotten.
So hey, if we're on a plane together and it goes crazy, like you climbing in the bin. Or you staying in
No,
your seat?
well, I'm too
I'll
big.
stay on
I
the
can't
seat.
fit.
No, he's
I'll,
not
I'll, I'll throw Brian into the bin.
Yeah.
If you're like, get me up there, I'll throw your little ass up there. Save yourself.
You
Tell my
can't throw me.
story.
You can't throw me like
Oh
that.
yeah, just like this.
No,
Your
no.
little light ass just
Don't say like
right into the box, dude.
No, I'm 170.
Yeah, exactly.
176.
Light. Yeah, super light. Yeah, I don't know. That's suspect. But I also think it's funny how we feel secure on a plane by putting a seatbelt on.
That guy annoys
Like
me.
when you and I got on that puddle
He's
jumper.
drunk. Look at his shirt. You're fucking drunk, bro.
That guy's balling. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Like when we got on that puddle jumper and we put this, they're like, make sure you put your seatbelts on. I'm like, yeah, because this will save us if this thing crashes.
Right.
Yeah.
That was tough.
But I felt safer in the puddle jumper because we're always over the water. For some reason, I just feel safer there. Than
Oh, I
if it's
feel
actually
way
ground.
worse over
Really?
water. Yeah. Because that thing crashes. That water is not going to be fun.
Oh, you're talking
This
about-
isn't the movies.
No.
Yeah. That water's going to come through the fucking window of that small plane.
Done.
And then the door, the pressure from all the water, you're not opening the door, so you have to kick out that window. I think about it all the time.
I think that plane will stay afloat for a while if we're still alive, especially with the floats. So I'll just hang on to the floats.
Yeah, maybe.
You died.
That's just me.
You died.
All right, another political one. I don't know this guy, but apparently he's like a top of the top BBC presenter.
Probably not anymore.
Okay, so he did a tweet or an X. It goes, "If I was Biden, I'd hurry up and have Trump murdered on the basis that he's a threat to America's security."
That's illegal.
And he hashtags SCOTUS.
Yeah, it's illegal. But also,
He's also not from my country, so go fuck yourself.
yeah. How's your country doing?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
His name's David Aranovich. And then so he ended up deleting it.
It's satire. Well, where was the joke there?
Murder's going a little too far, yeah.
If nothing else, though, it's giving me a map of some of the daftest
silly
people.
I mean,
on the side.
satire. That wasn't satire.
No,
that was
no.
a call for murder. It's like
Yeah.
I'm in the business of satire. I don't think that was that good.
No,
You know. I mean, I don't know.
no, it's a bad take.
It's not that good.
You're also
I'm
not-
sure he's fine.
You're also not from here, so shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. You're talking about killing my leader.
I mean, he's not my. Yeah.
Or, what my ex-leader, president of
What's
the
this?
country.
This is also from the BT Awards.
BT act like this is a mistake. Like, well, we had a malfunction. We didn't cut off his mic.
Oh, wait, what is this? Curse-filled BET award speech censored.
Yeah, so apparently Usher.
Absentee fathers. Fucking A, good for him.
Yeah, Usher was talking
Huge
smack
problem.
on them, so I'll play a little bit
Oh,
of it.
it's number one problem.
Yeah, it is. What's this?
They cut
just
him.
a picture
I wonder
there.
why. Like, come on, man. We got to keep this about black positivity.
Damn BET Awards. My friends texting me, girl, the sound. How are they
Oh,
blowing
no, it's just her commentating on the sound.
Yeah,
cuss words? Oh,
but it shows you.
y'all know this happened last year, right? Y'all know this happened last year, and I recorded it.
So they're muted it there.
We can't hear. How do y'all have lifetime achievement?
But good for him that he's talking about fatherlessness. That's so important.
I mean, we won't hear it, but
Yeah.
yeah, at least he did to that small crowd.
Yeah. Wow. That is a bummer.
It's a bummer.
Maybe it was because it was so curse-filled and it was live that they panicked.
I doubt it.
Do you guys like NBA news? So,
NBA's biggest got Jason Tatum overtakes Jaylen Brown for the largest deal in league history.
and there it is.
But they're both making like 300 mil. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Celtics are planning to sign superstar Jason Tatum. Remember, he's the MVP. He was the MVP Jaylen Brown was the MVP of the finals. But 5-year, $314 million supermax deal.
That's so insane.
But his boy, Jaylen Brown, signed a supermax contract last season that's worth $286 million. So you have two guys making damn near $500 million.
Good Lord.
Between the two of them.
This one's pretty crazy.
Be $600 million, my bad. This was great.
Chael
He was on
Sonnen's
Flagrant talking about Vince McMahon. This is what's crazy.
It's deep.
It's deep. It's such a good listen. Chael Sonnen goes, well, the thing about Vince, and I don't know, Chael knows the ins and outs of the WWE. He was the thing about Vince is we're just hearing about the women coming out. The guys are next. And Schultze's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, Vince would fuck the guys too. He's a freak. And then he mentioned some names. Mm-hmm. And then like his number one like right-hand man was smart about it. And he didn't suffer any prosecution because he cried like, Vince forced me to do it, he fired me. I didn't want to fuck all those beautiful women,
There are a lot of homosexuals that Vince came across that were also straight guys that just wanted to push in the business. Wow.
Chael says, very well known. It's just not Vince. Some other executives did it too. Everybody would know. This girl turned me down. She's pulled off TV, yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
It's so funny. There was a guy he's an actor, and he was on a podcast. I can't remember the podcast, and he was like talking about how he was like, yeah, I mean, in Hollywood, I didn't get ahead because I wouldn't have sex with the people that, and I was constantly being propositioned. I just said no, and you got to play the game. In Hollywood, if you want to get ahead, you got to have sex. I'm like, hey, dude, hey, fuckface. I've been in Hollywood forever. I was an actor. Yeah, no. Shut the fuck up. That's not true.
I mean, does it happen?
I was cute when I was younger. I was pretty cute.
Yeah, you would have had.
Believe me, I was
at
pretty
least
cute.
an option.
Yeah, I had, but when I first got into business, that's not true. That there weren't people like, fuck me and I'll get you a job.
I don't think it's across the board. Like you got to suck my dick if you want this role.
I've been in Hollywood for 30 years. Never seen him before. Never seen him. Never had a job. Maybe because you weren't talented.
But that's how
Stop blaming on the fact that you
how he lays his
guys.
head down at night. Like that makes him feel good that he wasn't a success in this. Now, do some studio executives play that game? For sure.
Sure.
But they're not just bringing some hot chick going.
Well, girls had to deal with that. A lot of girls had to deal with that.
For sure. But if you don't have talent, they're not saying, suck my dick and I'll make you Supergirl. Right. But I mean, you gotta have talent.
When I hear a dude who's a bro going, yeah, man, I wouldn't have sex with the gay. It's like, shut the fuck up. Yes, there were gay people in Hollywood who would like try to. But stop with your bullshit.
No, that's like me being like, I didn't become world champion of the heavyweight division in the UFC because Dana wanted me to suck his dick. I would say no.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
What?
That's not.
It's the same thing with the Vince McMahon thing. It's like, it gets me a little, I'm sure he was a freak. I know he was a freak, but the idea that he was like, you better bang me or you won't get something. I don't know. I'm always a little bit suspect of this. I think he was trying to fuck everybody.
I'm not. We got to talk Chael.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he was definitely banging people and he probably wanted people in his orgies, but you gotta
look into it more, bud. On that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta look into it more.
He was a freak. I saw the texts.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That is a deep dive.
It's a deep dive.
It's a deep dive. Educate yourself first and then come with the opinion. Yeah. What else you got, Jen?
Educate yourself first.
Oh, let's see.
It says Superberry Bros.
Yeah, so it says a U.S. District Court has ordered the NFL to pay more than $4.7 billion in damages after a ruling that the league violated antitrust laws in distributing out-of-market Sunday afternoon games on premium subscription service.
Because you have to buy an NFL ticket, and they're saying the NFL said, yeah, you can only watch the games if you have Sunday ticket, and then they would broadcast the games anyways outside of the Sunday ticket. So people are like, why am I paying for this shit?
Oh, wow.
It's like, because you can't see the Dolphins versus the Browns in L.A. That's a lot of money. That's
so much money?
It's nothing to the NFL, though.
What? No, that's a lot.
It's nothing to them, dude.
What? That's nothing?
No, not for the NFL. No, think about it. We have 32 teams. There's not a team worth less than $4 billion or $3 billion. There's 32 of them. And the NFL oversees all of it just off merch alone, Bubba. The TV right deals, you ever looked at how much it is to get NFL TV right deals? Oh, God, dog, they're balling.
See how much the NFL as an organization has in its coffers.
Coffers?
What the fuck's a coffer?
Coffer's
You mean
like
net worth?
in the bank? Yeah. How much money does that have?
You could just say how much the NFL worth.
No, that's not different.
I want to put coffers. I want to see
How much money
coffers.
does the NFL have? Just put that in there.
It generates
$18 billion in revenue.
Oh, that's
Just
one
one
season.
season.
That'd be one season, sir.
So, still after taxes.
There you go.
It's a lot of money. The 4 point. That's a crazy amount.
Oh, they're worth 142 billion.
for all teams.
Yeah, that's different. It's different.
Each team's valued at
$4
$4.4 billion.
$4 billion is a fuckload of money, man.
It's a lot of money no matter what, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, billions. A lot of money, no matter what. But when you generate a minimum, and that was 3 years ago, 18 billion per season. They're gonna
That's a
be
lot of
just
money.
fine.
They'll be just fine, won't they?
Yeah. They're like, okay.
No more football?
Yeah, it's like the UFC antitrust lawsuit. Like they're coming after us 130 million. She's like, okay.
All right. Next one, the Hawk Tour girl. We just talked about her on Monday. So she's doing products now, merch. And I guess she's making a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it just started, and I saw some of the merch. So one of them are these hats.
Good for her.
Well, not the most creative, but whatever.
But yeah, remember she was talking about
Signed,
she has
$50.
like $50. And they said they're going fast.
She said she got offered to be a cart girl on a golf course for $300 an hour.
I believe that.
Oh yeah,
she's such a big star. I imagine it'd be more.
300 an hour.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I know that's great
a lot of
money. I
Most
know it's
people
great
make
money.
like $10 an hour.
I'm just saying she's like a huge.
Here's my thing, like the longevity of this, because
course, yeah.
remember the one guy who actually had talent? Remember he sang that song about the government? Remember he's like from West Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
Red hair guy.
Yeah.
He was even on Rogan.
Yeah.
Hawk Tua's not gonna be on Rogan.
No.
Like that red haired dude who's sung about like 9-to-5 jobs and the economy and politics, how they all suck. You ever hear from him anymore?
No.
Isn't it wild? These
Yeah, I
people,
know.
and he had
It's not
talent.
wild though, Bubba, because that's the way it is, isn't it? It's like I always say this about like that's why you got to have longevity. You got to have substance. I'm not saying this guy doesn't, but you know you can come out with a great song and we move on 15 minutes later. That's just the way
They
it
call
is.
one hit wonders.
That's it.
Yeah. I'd rather be the guy who's in the middle, but he's there for about 15, 20 years.
Come on,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying?
Hit singles, doubles here and there. Oliver Anthony, good. He's
Yeah, I
talented.
wonder what
I'm
he's
sure he'll
doing.
come out with another
He's
song.
really talented.
Come out with another song.
Where he messed up, not messed up, but he came out because, the right used that song to push, and he's like, I have all
And then he
these
said,
far
"I'm
right
not."
people. He's like, I'm not. I was like, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
Don't
Say anything. Don't say anything.
If they want to run with it and put your music out to the masses, let them do it.
Yeah.
But we went, I don't agree with them. They go,
Ah, dude.
oh, turn the faucet off.
That's so true.
And then that faucet dries up.
It's so true.
And the Democrats go like, oh, I thought he was, no, we're
Shut
good.
the fuck up.
I know. You
Just
fucked
shut
yourself.
up and just play music.
You fucked
And you go
yourself.
like this. You go, my music speaks
I just
for
write
what
music.
I just write music.
If it relates to you and you're on the left or right, I make music for everyone.
I just write music, man.
It's like what Jordan said. They're like, you never give opinion on like the presidential candidates. He goes, because Republicans buy shoes too.
That's right. Don't say shit.
No, never.
Just one more?
Yeah.
All right. This is pretty cool. Or not cool.
That is genius.
Can you read it out loud, Brian? Oh, Brian?
He claims that in
and he's wearing a
2016,
mask.
Christian church goes viral for selling plots of land in heaven. He claims that in 2016, God authorized him to sell these plots, guaranteeing purchasers a spot near God's palace, regardless of the plot size. A circulating brochure details the purchase process, showing a middle-class house in the sky and a family of four.
I don't have a problem with it. If you're stupid enough to
I was
buy
gonna say,
Do you
that
think?
guy's a con man, and your pastor's a con man, and you are dumb as shit if you buy that. And it's
you get what you
fantastic.
get what you get.
You get what you paid for, which is nothing.
Can't always get what you want.
But if you pay sometimes and listen to the wrong people, I'll tell you what though, guys. If you want to laugh hard, and I think people are buying tickets by the droves right now.
The Hawk 2 girl's opening for you.
The Hawk Tua girl will be opening for me. There's a chance I'll be in San Antonio, Texas. Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, San Antonio, Texas, July 12, 13, 14. Hotel Emma, if you hear this,
I lost
hit
the
me up.
contact.
I know we're trying to find you. I want to stay there. I love it. I'm gonna have to, but I don't want to go through regular channels. Can I get a little love? All right.
Reach out to us, Hotel Emma. Hook your boy up.
I love him. Hook him up.
The giveaway truck with King Shock's collab, all the merch is live Monday. This Monday is July 8th. I just realized last night that it's going live Monday. So we're working hard to get it done. But get your chance to to win this one-of-one, very unique F-150 Roush pre-runner, King Shocks, Kibby Tech, Blitzkrieg, Borla. We got everybody involved on this thing. Raceline. It's going to be a big boy. It goes live this freaking Monday for your chance to win this thing. So go to drivefastallgas.com. Appreciate you guys for the support. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. We're out.